Hello and welcome to the north coast of the Dominican Republic. Phil here from DR Property Guys. What we wanted to do today is give you a little background into the preparation for the upcoming hurricane season. Now, when I arrived here, which was over 30 years ago, I knew nothing about hurricanes at all. I was working for an international tour operator at that time, and I remember receiving a call one Sunday afternoon from head office, and they asked me, "Phil, what do you know about hurricanes?" And I said, "Nothing." And they said, "You might want to turn on the news." So I turned on the local news channel, and heading towards the Dominican Republic was a hurricane called Hurricane Luis, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. And over the next few days, I learned all you could learn about hurricanes at an exponential rate. Now, lots of people will tell you that the North Coast never gets hit by a hurricane. And while that, for the most part, is true, the North Coast is perhaps one of the safest places to be in the whole of the Caribbean. Really, it never hurts to be well prepared, just in case. So before us is Sosua Bay, and you can see how calm and peaceful and tranquil it really is. It's a beautiful place, but whenever a major hurricane passes by, this becomes a surfer's paradise. Someone once said to me, the best way to prepare for a hurricane is to find a sturdy palm tree, get yourself a strong belt and a good bottle of rum. Guess the idea is to make your way halfway up the tree and ride the hurricane out from there. We'll try and give you a little bit better advice than that today. So according to the National Hurricane Center, this year, 2023, is slated to be a quiet year in terms of hurricane activity. There are meant to be an estimated 9 to 17 named storms, 5 to 9 hurricanes, and 1 to 4 major hurricanes. Now, at the moment, we're only on the letter B in the alphabet, so we're going well so far, but we are in the height of hurricane season now, which is August and September. So once again, doesn't hurt to be prepared. So we're going to go through a few simple little steps and procedures you might want to go through to make sure that you're nice and safe. First of all, in the house, you might want to check the roof, check all your tiles are secure. Anything that needs fixing, you can get fixed. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, and it's going to keep your house protected from any heavy downpours. Also, something that's really important, you can see outside my house here, I have 2 large trees. So if there is a chance that a major storm is going to pass through, what I'm going to do is have these trees cut back just so that they're less top heavy. Of course, if one of these trees were to fall and hit the house, it would be quite expensive to deal with. So you want to avoid that at all costs. So, water is very important and something that's a good idea. And you'll see here, I have a cage with, how many is that? 24 botellones. And we'll get a close-up of this company and the number. And you can keep this stocked up quite easily. As soon as it's empty, you give the company a call and they'll fill the cage for you. Although the Spanish isn't so good, so if your Spanish is a little bit weak, you might want someone to help out with that. But it's a really good idea to have a good stock of potable water on the premises. And the main thing with the house is, again, if a major storm is headed this way, anything that's loose either needs to be tied down or it needs to be secured and put inside the property. Sometimes people advocate that you can put items into the swimming pool. I don't think that's a good idea, because whatever you're going to put in there is going to get damaged. So just make sure that anything that's kind of loose is moved out of the way or is secured. Let's get on to the windows. So here, this is the easterly facing part of the property. I have 4 windows, 2 larger windows, 2 smaller windows, and something that's a good idea is to get these boarded up. You can put raw plugs in, buy plywood, have the raw plugs about 10 inches apart and just secure them. It's not a big job. If you've got a local friendly handyman, he can do this for you very easily and at a minimal cost. And a really nice idea, if you have the funds, and this is not something that's going to happen overnight, but this is the creme de la creme, which are storm shutters that keep the property nice and conveniently safe. Nothing is getting through that. Something that's also really important is mobility and communication. You want to make sure your vehicle is in good working order and it's full of gasoline or diesel. Also, make sure that mobile phones are fully charged. So, of course, you're going to need to stock up on essential items, food items, non-perishable food items, candles, batteries, torches, things like that. And as well, it's always important to pass by the local pharmacy. If you're taking medication, stock up on that. If you have young children and babies, formula, diapers. And remember, anything you buy, you're always going to use, so it's not wasted. What we'll do is leave a full list in the description beneath, so you're sure not to leave anything out. And here, possibly the most important part of any hurricane preparation. So in my 30 years here, I've actually been witness to Hurricane George and Hurricane Jeannie and various tropical storms, and I've seen firsthand what these storms actually can do, so they're not to be taken lightly. As mentioned, we'll recap all the information in the description beneath. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it useful, please hit the like, share and subscribe button.